Please come in. Yes, can you close the door behind you? Thank you. Hi, how are you doing? Please have a seat. My name is Tom. I'm going to be your neuropsychologist today. Have you ever been to a neuropsychologist? Are you familiar with what neuropsychology entails? Okay. Well, basically I'm going over your notes now from your prior pre-intake from your physician before you were referred to me. So basically we go over detailed assessments of a person's cognitive functions, including memorization, attention, things like that, language, executive functions. So I'm going to do a battery of tests on you, and I'm going to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses and kind of overall let you know where you hit the target. This may remind you a lot like a cranial nerve examination if you've ever had one of those before. So it highlights areas where you perform well so we can tell your physician what's going on here overall. And we can get you further support and intervention if you need, okay? So I'm going to begin by doing your intake, my intake portion. I know you're probably tired of doing intakes ever since your car wreck, and I'm sorry to hear that happened to you. So your name, date of birth, okay. All right, 93. So, any medical conditions, past, prior, before this wreck? Okay. And that's running in your family? All right. Any mental health history, evaluations? Okay. All right. Any other relevant family history we can gather today? All right, diabetes. So what are your current symptoms that are influencing your day-to-day life? What's been going on with you? If you can just share that with me. As much detail as you possibly can. Trouble sleeping. No. Have they diagnosed you officially with PTSD, or you're assuming? Okay. Assumption-based diagnosis. Well, have you seen a therapist for this? Okay. Have they referred you to me or only the physician? All right. So, what else can you tell me? Feel kind of slow in the head, kind of like fatigue feeling, dizziness, lightheadedness. Okay. Trouble doing day-to-day tasks. Do you work a job? What is it you do? Oh, okay. All right, wonderful. Well, not so wonderful if you can't do your job, right? You dropped a couple plates while serving. All right. Boy, sorry to hear that. So, have you gotten any input from other people when they have evaluated you? Have you sort of received critique or concern or criticism? Okay, on your day-to-day functioning. Yeah, questioning your memory, your ability to remember things. That's very common actually with people who come into my office. So don't feel so bad. It's caused a lot of stress. That's good you've done some work on that, but it's still lingering. Yeah, I've always heard that stress is only meant to be a response to something that is contributing to you possibly being in danger in the present moment. But when stress lingers, it's an issue and it starts affecting things like your liver. So we definitely don't want it to get there. But yeah, so good to note. So I'm going to do a neuropsychological test to evaluate different things here. I'm going to do an oral test, so it's going to be kind of in sync with memory as well. So, Cassie went to the store. And then Casey went to the candy shop. Then Cassie went to the candy shop. Then Casey went home. Who's the one that went to the candy shop first? All right, trouble following, right? Okay, so that's my first sign, a precursor of another issue here at hand. But like every experiment, you have to do it a few times to make sure. Maybe you just weren't paying attention. All right, so the first number is 13. Second number is 5. Third number is 4. Fourth number is 13. Fifth number is 4. And third number is 6. How many numbers were repeating? Good. Okay, you got that one. A little tricky, right? All right. Just testing different areas of your mind. So, my birthday is on September 13th. Their birthday is November 9th. Her birthday is on October 8th. Mom's birthday is on March 16th. Brother's birthday is on July 18th. What was my birthday? Okay, good. All right, so let's see how well you do with attention. So you look at my finger over here, and then look at my finger over here. And then keep looking at this finger. How many fingers am I holding up? Okay. Now look at this finger, and how many fingers am I holding up here? All right, wonderful. So, I'm going to bore you to death about facts about neuropsychology, and I want you to feed me back as much information as possible that you have learned in this 1 minute long explanation. Okay? So, neuropsychologist notes, also known as neuropsychological reports, are detailed assessments of a person's cognitive functions, including memory, attention, language, and executive functions. These reports are compiled after a neuropsychologist conducts a battery of tests to evaluate a patient's cognitive strengths and weaknesses. The notes highlight both areas where the patient performs well and areas where they may need support or interventions. So, did you learn anything new today? What did you learn out of that? Just one thing. And have I already went over this information with you prior? Good. Wonderful. Okay, so it's not too concerning. I would just say you probably had a little of it brain fog or delay there at one point or another. So tell me, am I speaking English? Hola, me llamo Pedro. Limpio los labios y los manos para mañana. Okay, good. Good. What language was it? No? Okay. Okay, well, that was a little concerning. Have you gotten a brain scan, imaging? Okay. We might need to do some imaging on you to see how this affected you. Have you woken up speaking a different accent or language at any time in the last few weeks? Has it happened before this wreck? You woke up hearing weird, like beeping noises, like computers in your head? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to write on this page with me, okay? Draw a square, please. Best of your ability, doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, let's see. All right, is that the best, straightest line you can draw? Okay, draw an oval. Okay, let's see. It looks more like a circle. Okay, Can you draw a triangle for me? Let's see. Oh boy. All right, and can you draw a rectangle? Okay, this is very concerning. Have you seen an optometrist, ophthalmologist by chance? I may have to refer you to a psychotherapist to get to the root cause of this. Even a hypnotherapist and a ophthalmologist, I would say, is your best bet. When was the last time you visited an eye doctor or physician? 2 years ago. Okay. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. That rectangle looks like a triangle, and that oval looks like a circle. That square looks really wobbly, and that, I don't even know what that other one is. It's like almost a hexagon. So, it seems to have impaired your optical motor abilities. You definitely have received some brain damage in some form when that windshield shattered. So, did you do imaging when you were in the ambulance? Why didn't they do that? Shame on them. Oh, you were in 5th Street. Yeah, that's a very slummy neighborhood. I'm sure the workers were not that qualified to do their job then. Looks like a lawsuit on their end. You may have to come back in another day to do some computerized tests, just to be sure. Well, basically, we'll show you pictures of like squares and things, and you have to identify, is that a square? I can do something like that now, but it's not perfect. Here, let's start with easy. I'll try to make it as straight as possible. What shape is that? Okay, good. Forgive me for my lack of artistic ability, but what shape is that? No, try again. It's not a C. Okay, let's try something else here. This might be a little tricky. Now, what shape is that? Okay, all right. Not perfect, but you're all right. I still would rather do the computer imaging for you, so I'll write that down, computer imaging. Well, you have some weaknesses more than strengths right now. I think it's only been 5 weeks, right? Since August 11th. It's been... It's too soon for you, but especially with that lack of sleep, that's concerning. Are you feeling inflamed or head pains, headaches? Okay. Well, let's try some other tests before I officially diagnose you with this traumatic brain injury. And you said you're out of work now temporarily? Okay, are you on unemployment? Okay, we can go ahead and quickly place you on that disability then until we figure out a way where we can strength train your brain, and we can send you some computerized activities at home to strengthen your brain so you don't turn into early onset dementia. We don't want that. So, now these are more the physical, touch, interactive. Some of them are temperature based, some of them are, is this hard, is this soft? Some of them are color based. And some of them are just confusing to the mind, and some of them are sound based practices. So, see these clots? These clots are wonderful, aren't they? I'm going to go ahead and switch these clots. What color is this? They're very bright. I know it's hard to see. It looks white, but what color is it? All right, good. Let's switch these around. These clots are wonderful clots. Can you pay attention to the clots? The clots are so wonderful. Now what color? I apologize. Now what color is this? Okay, let's do this one more time. What color is this? Really? Yellow? Okay, gosh. All right, that's interesting. I would go next week. That's the soonest they have an opening. Please try your best not to drive. Get public transport in the meantime for your safety, okay? Yes. No rental cars, all right? They totaled it. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear. How's your insurance case going? Yeah. It's not easy. I know life sucks sometimes. We gotta get through it, though. It's a choice to decide to get through it, you know? That's why talking to someone, perhaps getting a social worker on board may help you through that process. So 2 bracelets, 2 wonderful, beautiful bracelets I've got from wonderful, beautiful places, from wonderful, beautiful people who are so kind and sweet. Okay, what color is this? Okay, and what color is this? Okay, let's try that again. What color is this? All right, 2 bracelets, wonderful, beautiful people, wonderful, beautiful people. How many different people gave me these bracelets? 2 people, wonderful. Okay. So let's try something a little different here. Okay, these are paper clips. Now focus with all your might on this paper clip. Focus with all your might on this paper clip. Don't focus on anything else but this paper clip. Keep your attention on this paper clip. And every detail, every shape, every color, the size, the texture, the hardness. Now what is this an image of? I apologize. Maybe that wasn't the best to show. I understand that can trigger some PTSD. But you did a good job. Now, focus on this. What is this? The rose. Wonderful. Flower, rose, tulip, who cares? You got it. All right. So, I want you to touch my hand. Feel that. Does it feel warm? Does it feel cold? What does that feel like? Soft? Okay, good. Now I want you to not touch this, but just hold your finger over it. Is it hot? Is it cold? And be honest with me. It's very hot. Wonderful. You can feel that. Now feel this stone. Is it hot or cold stone? Still feels hot. Oy. It seems to have impacted your nervous system quite dramatically, meaning your spine probably affected a part of your spinal column of nerves linked to your brain, confusing your temperature orientation. That's supposed to immediately feel very cold. It's actually a stone that I had in a nitrogen chamber. So you're supposed to immediately feel the hot and cold difference. You felt like that was still hot. Yeah, nitrogen is supposed to feel hot, yes, but this is cooled down enough, or I would say warmed up enough technically, to where it's not supposed to burn when you touch it. So that's another concern we're running into. You might need to get some neuropathy work done as well, so I'm going to refer you to that as well, and a physical therapist to kind of loosen up those muscles back there in your C1 through 7 column. Have you visited a massage therapist recently? That doctor, that's the only thing they referred you to. In all my 15 years, I have never heard of such irresponsible people. I feel so sorry you've went through this. You are so kind and patient to be dealing with these people. I deeply apologize. In the state of New Hampshire, you should never have to deal with something like this. They might as well have shortened your lifespan, unfortunately. But I'm hopeful. I'm a positive doctor, so we're rooting for you. We're gonna help you and financially if you need, okay? So can you touch this? What does that feel like? Kind of rough, right? Rough, like sandpaper, good. And here's a cute little plant for my office. Can you feel that? Just pet the little head of the dog. Feels nice, huh? Glazed and smooth, right? Good, good, good. Okay, so you're good at the textures, slightly okay with the colors. You're great at determining incredible details, but the things that are like right in front of your face, the obvious, you're not so good at, unfortunately. And there's no judgment of your own and fault of your own, of course. It's just an evaluation, assessment of your current circumstances and brain operative skills, cognitive functions, behaviors, and linked with that probably means frustration. People telling you you can't do your job right. People telling you you're stupid, even though you're not. They're just saying that, right? They're not understanding, and they're frustrated. They're confused, right? And this is where getting a therapist on board will help you through this frustrating process. You don't have dementia, okay? You don't have Alzheimer's. Don't worry about it. It's just when our cranium collides with something at 100 miles an hour, that's not normal or natural by any means. So, yeah, cavemen certainly didn't run into walls at 100 miles an hour. And I'm glad everyone in the car made it, but with consequence, unfortunately. But I trust in your abilities and the way you're communicating with me now, the way you speak to me. That's also another test, a kind of a hidden test I do to assess you. You're very good. Your vocation is still great. You're still able to read, thankfully, thank God, from what you've told me. So you're just running into some minor dysfunctions here, I would say. So I'm going to close my notes now. You go do your rehabilitation treatments. I will schedule those with you over email, and I'll call you if I run into any other concerns as I speak to your physician and give them a piece of my mind. Yeah, that's my job. Don't worry about that. We got you covered here, and I may need to talk to a lawyer for you. All right, but thank you for coming in and helping me do this eval. It's all going to work out. It's all going to be okay. Just keep staying positive and keep doing what you have to do, scheduling those appointments, and you will get better. I've seen much worse come through these doors, and they've ended up with enough work, effort, and prayer as if that event has never unfolded to begin with. No sign of damage whatsoever. So we're going to do a brain scan before we do these treatments, halfway through, and then after, to see notable differences in your MRI. So thank you. Be well. Please take care. Call me anytime you need something. If you ever feel any sudden pain in your head, please go to the ER, okay? All right. Take care. And drink plenty of water and get plenty of sleep, please, okay? Do your best. Chamomile tea definitely helps. All right. It's my honor. Thank you. I apologize after doing the haptics portion. I forgot the sound portion. So here is a harp. All right. First of all, what color is this harp? All right. So tell me, does this sound higher pitched than this sound? Okay. Does this sound higher pitched than this sound? And does this sound higher pitched than this sound? And does this sound higher pitched than this sound? All right. You did mostly wonderfully there. Some of these are meant to create some confusion, but yeah. All right, we're done here. Thank you for that. I always forget the harp part of the exam for some reason. Take care.